My oh my, we're out in the garage. I got some news about the MTD. I'm getting another one. It's Yard Machine, except it's a newer style. Oh well, it looks a lot newer than what this one is. This one's a 2002. It's got the boxy front end. The new one I'm getting, it's the more rounded front end. But the new one I'm getting, I bought it for 80 bucks, and I mainly want it for the engine that I'm getting. It's a 16 horse overhead valve, so I can replace this motor. This motor's still good, you know. It seems like it may have a little valve guide wear, you know. It puffs a little smoke every now and then. It's coming with a 42-inch deck and greasable front end. Basically, I wound up having to redo this whole spindle. All that crap you see on there is paper towels from having to bag it real quick. But what I did is I welded it up real good and then painted it and ground it, you know, cleaned her up. It's a lot better, honestly. But I'm going to start giving you weekly updates. And what I'm going to do actually with that new MTD is, as soon as I get all the parts I want, you know, that's going to go on a shelf. As in, I'm just going to cut holes and everything, drill holes, and actually bolt it into the shelf. Because I don't think this shelf would hold it. I mean, this shelf is sagging pretty bad with only a little 3-horse and a stereo. But the new MTD is taking a Yamaha 570 snowmobile engine. What I need at this moment is pistons, rings, and the gaskets. That's all I really need. The bearings in it, it had water, but the bearings still feel tight. That's the good part. The electrical system works. I modded the ignition to where I can use any key if I'm in a desperate situation. A fucking screwdriver. But what I'm also doing, well, what I'm also gonna do is get an actual rad for it. Like, this will be the out to the rad, and then I'll have the rad, you know, coming back. And basically, it'll be smashed right in there. I'm dropping stuff. But it'll be smashed right in there, and, you know, I'll do a whole mod and everything and build a custom hood. You know, I'll still have, like, all the good stuff, you know, off of that tractor that I'm getting. He said he's going to take the hinges for the hood. I don't really care. I always got stuff to work with. But, I mean, hell, a greasable front axle, that's that's awesome. That means I can scrap this. Because, you know, I don't really give a damn about this kind of axle. This axle sucks. Because, I mean, once you got a bushing that lets go, as soon as I get the damn thing on. But basically, this was smashed right in there. And basically, it was run without a bushing. Used to sit, like, right in there. You know, see how good it used to look? Well, it wore. It lost the right amount of camber. So I don't think, if I were to put a new bushing in, that it's supposed to go like, I mean, look at that. That's a good 1/4 inch of play. But, you know, 16 horse OHV engine, that is awesome. But, I literally ripped this out of a snowmobile. When I got it, it had the cylinders and, you know, all the head and all that crap was pulled off. I gotta get 2 new head bolts, because I'm missing them. The nuts and stuff, you know, like you see these nuts, you know, the studs for the cylinders, I still got those. I got a Mikuni that was broken. It's missing the little ear, if you can tell. Right here, there is a brake that's supposed to have another one of these little ears for the floats. This one is still good. All I gotta do is rig up the start piece that's supposed to go right here for the start. That still works. Oh, what else did I get in the last few months? I got a 5-horse. Only cost me 20 bucks, and all I need to do is new piston and rings, because it looking pretty scored. That's no big deal. Not a big deal at all. I am trying to come up with a mod to like ungovern one of these, you know. It's still in the works, you know, especially for like one of these, you know. But you know, it's in the works. I'll get her done. But I was in the middle, sanding down the surface on this head on my belt sander over there until my belt sander decided to fuck me. It fucked me hard, basically. Because I don't think a belt sander is supposed to do this. Look at that, that just ripped. It just ripped. Snapper, I may get this going again. I'm going to need some more parts. But I'm going to part out, as I have determined. I'm going to part that engine out. It was an engine that I modded the carb on. Sorry for the wind, but there's a lot of play, believe it or not, in the top end of play, but that crank is actually loose in the work. So that's soon to be parted out. I'll leave the internals in it until further notice. But honestly, this is going to be a great project. Once I get the damn thing back onto the little frickin'... Oh, God. Oh, I ripped the carb out. Obviously not tight enough in there, but... If you watch closely, she spins. But there isn't enough compression in there to even get a pop out of it because of... I actually pulled the rings out. See, this cylinder... Piston gone, or well, screwed. This cylinder had stuck piston rings, but when I loosened the flywheel nut, I actually cracked the skirt on the piston on this side, so yeah, that's fun. It's always fun. Oh. Oh. And thank you, Jeremy Lee. Well, RTV silicone. Always great. Especially around these gaskets, you know, around the coolant, you know, and all that crap. These tend to leak. The gaskets around the cylinders tend to leak. Oh yeah, and I even got a spare Mikuni fuel pump, dual outlet, and they replaced the fuel pump on this snowmobile with a brand new one, but it doesn't look like it because they put the plate on wrong and they hooked the fuel lines up wrong. They went and got a brand new one, and I got a spare. But yeah, this is going to be totally awesome and decked out. With the fuel tank on it, I'm going to have to find something. But I'll also have to make up a reservoir. Oh God. But honestly, you know, fitting it into an MTD chassis, I'm going to have to do the whole frame over. All this side paneling and shit's gone because the MTD I'm getting was a hydro, but soon have no axle in the rear. Which means it's a lot roomy for me to really do a build. Oh, also about that 5-horse. I don't think there's supposed to be chunks of aluminum in your threads. Dude stripped it out, and I was pissed about that. Because he said it was really hard to pull over. Well, he put the cam in backwards. Well, not backwards, but like a full... Well, it was 40 degrees off of time. And I've even put on some clear fuel lines so I can see if I'm getting any freaking fuel in the freaking engine. But when I switch it all over, what I will do is I will mod it to where it doesn't have the little solenoid under the bowl. This one does not have a solenoid. It's a flathead. They don't tend to backfire that bad. A lot of you are, well, I've been seeing a lot of people wondering how do you fix throttle problems on this. Like, you know, idle, it sort of runs real hard or runs real high, and then it just literally full throttles. Well, only way to adjust that, sticker and full. And I've done this video multiple times. Loosen this nut. There's a little, or well, there's a nut here. There's a little pin that the governor rides on. It could either be a flathead or a, it could either have a slot or it could be a 3/16. Whatever it is, when you get it to full throttle, not like here, full throttle, loosen the bolt, turn the pin clockwise, aka turn it this way. You know, be like, try to turn it from 12 to 3. Don't overturn it. And then just go from there. Oh, jeez, what the fuck was that? I'm hearing shit now. But honestly, you know, it should be great. You know, but you can see it just free spinning. But I will have it going again. This MTD will live. It's not going to be the mutter that I always wanted. I've sort of started to get away from the mudding side and gone to racing, but racing mutter. Don't expect reverse, just balls to the walls the thing. But other than that, I'll see you next time.